All right, gang, worms are here. So as you can see, IMAX, we have taken the body off of the frame, and there it is. Now, the frame is in excellent condition. I was super stoked when we pulled this thing off and saw, how solid the frame was. This thing's really good. I couldn't ask for a better platform to really just paint. Now, one thing we are going to do to it, we're going to get one of the reinforcement kits that boxes in the frame here and that has some additional tubes that go in and tie all this together back here. It deletes that transmission cross member and gives you a new one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it puts one in back here, another one down here, I think. I'm not 100% certain. Now, the one thing that I was making this video for to say, I had previously said that one of the things, like a bucket list thing for me, was going to be towing the Corvette to the track with this car. I still want to do that. However, that is not going to happen without some serious reinforcements back here. Now, look at this. Now, yes, there's mechanical advantage involved here, a lot of leverage, stuff like that, but we're just one finger, and you can just lift that frame up. Now, granted, it's pivoting way up there. Dad and I both picked this frame up completely off the jig together. I grabbed the front, he grabbed it back here, and we lifted it up. I bet this frame doesn't weigh as much as an engine block. I mean, if it's 300 pounds, I'd shit my pants. So the concern about towing a car with this is this section of frame back here, because the hitch would mount from, this cross member forward up to about here. That's about where you'd be able to get the hitch mounted at. So what that means is all of that load, all of the tongue weight, all the weight that the chassis is going to feel, it's going to maximize or it's going to leverage itself and try and bend right here. And I mean, this is flimsy. I mean, I can sit on the back of that I can sit on that right there and measure it down to the ground. It flexes about a half an inch, maybe even 3/4 of an inch, and I'm 260 pounds. Now you put 500 pounds of tongue weight and then the action of the trailer bouncing and stuff like that. My concern is there's a body mount here and a body mount there, right there. My concern is when that is flexing here, I think we stand a real chance of buckling a quarter panel on the car. This is all going to try and flex right here behind the shock locations. And it's almost like a seesaw right there, the way it's going to put that load on it. And I'm afraid the tongue weight of the trailer and stuff like that, my worry is we're going to buckle a quarter panel on this thing. So my only solution that I can come up with is obviously boxing all this stuff in, which you can see I've been working on it. This thing was buckled real bad. Somebody had put a chain around that right there and used this point to drag this thing back. And so I cut this all off and fixed that as good as I could, and it's fine. But the only thing that I can think to alleviate the problem of this chassis buckling behind the shock towers, even boxing the frame in here is not going to work. We're going to have to, from the trunk, build like a mini roll bar. Almost imagine like a roll bar, a 6-point or a 4-point roll bar in a car. Have some, a main hoop that comes up there, and it's going to have to be able to plant that load here. Big plate right here, and then like a mini main hoop that's all inside the trunk, and then some bars that tie in from that main hoop and go back here and tie in back here on this. Now, to do that, you're talking about drilling 4 holes in the body. And, this isn't the Corvette. I cut the Corvette in half to make it a race car, and this is going to be my street car. And the body's so good on the Chevelle, I don't know if I want to do that. if I was going to try go run 8s in the Chevelle, that'd be one thing. You know, it'd be obviously we're going to put a roll cage in it, but the whole reason behind doing all that and building like a mini skeleton back here for the car to reinforce the frame would be just to pull off some stunt of taking the Chevelle and using it as a tow rig for another full-size automobile. So I might have to back up on what I said earlier, just because I'm not willing to put the body of the car at risk. You know, if we move this enough back here with the weight of a trailer on it, all this load, because this bolts to the body, all that load is going to get transferred to the body, and I'm not willing to buckle a quarter panel on the car. So I'm going to talk to some people that might be a little bit smarter than me about this and just see what they say, but we have to be able to effectively transfer all the load that is going to be generated here by the weight of the trailer, and we have to be able to transfer it from this point forward. And I don't know if that's doable. So anyway, that's what we're facing here.